mind is okay. She off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. This man not they off in mind, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Aha. Now you not done here, all these bad politicians, then we call themselves politicians. When they thief our money, we no want to make the common man get waiting supposed get for this country. And I never hear something. Now go hear one, Maiyegun, you go show on a paper. Maiyegun diary Politico. So my people make you shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make we laugh, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun la wa mo, la mo do. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good evening to you. Happy Sunday. If you are watching this live, this is Maiyegun live.
Glory Facebook, glory YouTube, Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Share the broadcast, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Maiyegun is here live.
sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary Politico. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun Diary. Ẹ fara balẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì.
We are going to have a lot of guests, by the way, so be prepared. The Lagos Abobakus are going to be joining us. But just before we get fully started, how many of you watching this video right now believe that the Kuje prison break was just a prison break? Or how many of you now believe that the Kuje prison break is actually a sort of a prisoner's swap arrangement? So how many of you believe that the attack on Kuje prison, is government sponsored? Is a direct question. I'm coming back to it. Thank you. So good evening to you, good morning to you, good evening, good afternoon to you, top of the moment to you from wherever you are joining us from. It's going to be an interesting evening. And if the time allowed us very much, I would take some calls, just allowing you to also add your own contribution to whatever we're going to share tonight. Few days ago, the news broke that, well, few nights ago, there was breaking news, especially on social media. And it was about the ongoing attack on Nigeria's medium security prison in Kuje, called Kuje prison. Nigerians didn't know that there were commanders of Boko Haram that were housed in the same medium security prison, Kuje, the same place they were keeping those who have been accused or convicted of other crimes except for terrorism. Nobody knew. Then the news broke. The expectation was that, this is it. How dare the terrorists come closer to the seat of power, Abuja, and carry out this kind of attack? Well, let's see what's going to happen. In fact, this could just be a routine military exercise. Probably it is not what people thought it was, but exactly what it was: the terrorist coordinated attack to go into the prison and release all of their commanders that we don't have the exact figure as we speak. Yeah, we don't. So the terrorists walked in from 10:30 p.m. and they operated for 3 straight hours. In fact, they spent, as part of those the night, they spent 15 minutes preaching to the other inmates, and they offered them transport money. Prepared. And there was never any single counterattack from anywhere, not even from the prison. Well, the following morning, the truth started coming out. How that happened, and they came and they went unchallenged. How? Because before they came, the people in charge, your government, they've paved way for them. There is a 2 kilometer, there is this military barracks that's just 2 kilometers away from the prison. By their own standard, the prison itself was supposed to have 38 armed soldiers on ground, plus another 32 other security agents, including the prison guards, armed on ground, making that a total of 70 armed personnel in the prison. But something happened on the night that they were coming to release their leaders. All of the security apparatuses around the area were stepped down, including that of the prison. No gunshot was fired by the prison guards. So pictures started coming up, and people said, listen, do you all remember the time that these terrorists attacked and derailed Kaduna-Abuja railway? And then they killed unspecified numbers of people, which we found out to be over 40 people shot, killed, and more than 180 people kidnapped. Well, as usual, right? People got the news. They moved on. Now, it's been over 100 days now. So one of the conditions given by the terrorists when they were contacted was that they don't need any money. They wanted all of their leaders released back to them, or they will begin to kill their own hostages. So that was the condition. Somehow, they couldn't come clean and process the deal that they are releasing the commanders of Boko Haram, that even Nigerians don't know their names, they don't know their identity, they don't even know that they were being kept in Kuje until the terrorists came. You know, normal. The government that really want to deal with terrorism, you have all the commanders of all the Boko Haram, almost 400 of them, 400, and you kept them in a single place so that their own, their people can come and just take them out. Prisoner swap. Few days after, well, today, or let me say yesterday, by the way, yesterday the news broke that after the successful release of the Boko Haram terrorist commanders back into the society, into the jungle, well, that seems to be the deal. The terrorists, without collecting anything, they decided to release about 7 people among the people they have kidnapped until other conditions are met. There are other conditions, though, and there are other kidnapped victims who are still in their custody as we speak. So people are now saying, oh, more. It be like, say, this APC, they either believe that they have conquered everyone, including the sense of reason of everybody, to the point that Nigeria is now in the hands of armed terrorists who have the state backing. Pandering to them. I've never seen anything like this in my life. So people are beginning to be like, Omo, which level now? But guess what? Everyone raising question, raising concern about this, they are now being called or tagged enemy of Nigeria. But guess what again? No single person has actually been either sacked or put under investigation right now onto what happened, because there's no need for it. The 64 that the defense minister, 64 terrorists that defense minister said escaped, that is just a guess figure. Over 443 Boko Haram terrorists and their followers that they are keeping in Kuje prison, they have now escaped into Abuja, into Lafia, Nasarawa, into all the areas And guess what, Baba? They have all that it takes to bring Nigeria to our knees any moment they want, because they have the free will, the free hand to do whatever they want as we speak. Now, the government agents who are the Sufayos that the terrorists are also slaughtering, like they are slaughtering the civilians in Nigeria, they are raising the alarm. If you are in Abuja, your government is saying that they don't have or know the whereabouts of the terrorists that escaped from Kuje prison. These are not just terrorists, so these are Boko Haram commanders. So they say you should be vigilant in case if you see anything, they have information that they are already loitering around, and they want you to be very, very vigilant. You are on your own. That's what they are saying. Now, let me tell you how the APC, Egbekegbe, how they have managed to, bring Nigeria and the entire Nigeria into the racket of terrorism just because of a power. Over time, their intention was to destroy the entire Nigeria if Goodluck Ebele Jonathan should fail to hand over power to them. They did everything. And there's somebody who has been alleged to be behind it all along. A lot of people that have been accused of being the masterminds and the financier of Boko Haram and all of that in northern Nigeria. But there's something that stood Borno out. It was in Borno State that they funded the activity of the Islamic terrorist group called the Boko Haram today. And if you remember Alimodu Sheriff, who was also the governor in Borno, the one that openly, due to their their Islamic agenda, which never, for any reason, never even favored those who are actually like the people they think they are taking the power for. They are struggling the power for the poor people in northern Nigeria. They are elite. They brought in the terrorists from all over Africa, all along in 2015. And the intention was to burn down Nigeria further. Before then, things you've never seen before were happening, including the kidnapping of Chibok Girls. Now, let me tell you how this got escalated and then, amplified for what became the APC, Egbekegbe's victory. The blood that many of you ignorantly brought upon yourselves in the name of one Nigeria. These guys have no empathy about anything. Blood, death, children, women, agony, anguish, suffering, and all of that. They strive on them because they make they get their power from them. How? The more people are falling into all those anomalies, the more divided or disoriented they will be. Therefore, they cash in on your miseries. When they staged the Chibok Girls kidnapping saga, it was a long shot, but no one saw it coming, especially those who were blinded, sort of, by the ignorance of what one Nigeria has made many of us. 240-something school children were kidnapped. The story no clear. How? Who wrote the script? Shettima. And they wrote the script of Chibok purposely to get Goodluck Ebele Jonathan out of the way and get power into their hands. And then God knows what other agendas they have now succeeded in achieving, which they will continue to achieve as long as one Nigeria continue to exist. How did they move over 200
almost 300 school children undetected. These were the questions people were asking. They would need so amount of so number of 18-seater buses to move them. People were bringing different theories to try to understand how it was easier for Boko Haram terrorists to move over 200 school children undetected, and nobody raised the alarm, not even the villagers. And then they kept them somewhere that nobody detected. How? Those who wrote the scripts, they knew it was going to be the doom of Goodluck Egbere Jolantan. I am not sympathizing with him. I'm just trying to show you how heartless they can be in pursuit of power. When the news now broke, from Borno, nobody heard about it until about 2 days later. 2 days later, breaking news. Boko Haram have kidnapped school children in Chibok. How? By around that time, yeah, they have already moved them properly to different locations. At first, they moved them into a politician's house, according to some of these Chibok girls who finally escaped or who came out to give their testimonies. Most of these testimonies were completely, blindsided. When they moved them out of Chibok, they moved them into politician's compound in Maiduguri, in the same state capital. For days, when people were now looking for them. And guess what? The governor of Borno State was Shettima. It was giving Goodluck Egbere Jolantan. They were giving them conflicting information about exactly what happened. What is the situation? Do you remember that when they kidnapped the Chibok girls, 24 hours later, they said they have rescued them? Do you remember? I don't know if you still remember anyway, because Stockholm Syndrome is one of the reasons why these guys, this bunch of murderers, can continue to present themselves as your saviors. And then you go back again to say, we thought they meant well. They never meant any well. Because of your Stockholm Syndrome, yeah? They will continue to look like your saviors. They said they found them. With that, it was to further, at a point, they said that their own Air Force, Jonathan's Air Force, they discovered with an intel, they discovered where they were keeping the girls. You know what they did? They bombed the place. Some of the girls were killed. In the old Wahala, as Jonathan was completely lost, Shettima, Tinubu, El Rufaya, and many of them like that, they were already finalizing the international propaganda that will make them bank on the missing kid instead of them contributing genuinely, at least to find the girls. The intention is not the girls were to be sacrificed for the purpose of that power, which they got. They got it. So when they got the power, when they got the attention of the world, the American White House, who also had American White House, who had the dossier on these people, individual criminals who are behind the terrorism in Nigeria. They know them. Well, they said it was like choosing between the lesser evil. They had to go and bring Boko Haram. Long story short, the technique worked, and it wasn't only Chibok that happened. Chibok was just the start. Then where they took Leah Sharibu in Yobe, Dapchi, that happened under this Boko Haram government. After that, Kankara. After that, another school of forestry in Kaduna. I mean, you have now witnessed mass school kidnappings. And they are now saying you should get used to it. At least Chibok happened now. Then it didn't end there. You are not just to get used to Boko Haram. You just have to now get used to the Fulani terrorists, the armed terrorists. Upon all of that, and the divided country that you have, which they have shown so much insensitivity to, well, they've never been sensitive about anything. They don't give a damn. Do they? No, they don't. In that nonchalant, condescending, I don't care of theirs, since they've conquered Nigeria, now they have now forced your Kolu, Tifnumbu, Jaga bandit, Jaga addict, the Jaga wèrè, the aṣíwájú àwọn agbèrò, aṣíwájú àwọn olè, aṣíwájú àwọn àtọ̀lé. Kolu. You now have those they call the Batidiots saying Muslim ticket no matter. Of course it shouldn't. By you talking about Nigeria, that APC, Egbekegbe, the government that has divided, the party that has divided Nigeria and Nigerians than you could ever imagine, the party that has supervised the mass killings of Nigerians, the party that has supervised the mass killings of Christians in Nigeria on record, the political party that has become the jihadist political party that has ceded more freedom to terrorists than the citizens they pledged to protect. Now they said now Muslim ticket. What do you want to do about that one? They say Shettima no be Fulani na Kanuri. Tifnumbu no be Muslim na Yoruba. They want Bobo and fool you again. Now your choice, yo, no be me go choose for you. I just want to make you understand the poison where you want swallow. Who is Shettima? We'll get to that part. But Kolu, I will let you hear from Kolu himself. The reason why he chose Shettima, the Boko Haram apologist, the man that Alimodu Sheriff told us that is actually the brain behind the Sharia, the Boko Haram. No be me talk am, na Alimodu Sheriff talk am. But you know, say, as long as it is Nigeria, if they look for sense in the brain of those that have been under Boko Haram for 7 years, it's gonna be like looking for water inside the stone. You go try you. If any water drop, Baba, now your sweat. Don't expect sense, but let's ask them. Kolu, why Shettima? Or who be your running mate? Now you talk about.
We thought today, and there'll be already an announcement to replace him fully with a substantive, Kasim Shettima. I have not discussed with him. I've disclosed it to you. Since I've disclosed it to the president.
So how strong, united and formidable is your party ahead of the next general election?
We are going to win. Inshallah, we're going to win.
Why are you so confident?
Because we are a progressive party. We have the focus on Nigerian problems. We face the challenge squarely. We are not running away from it. We have a better program for the people and about the people and ready to serve. within a short period of time, there'll be a good foundation on infrastructure. We face challenges of terrorism, we know that. It's only, a poor thinker and observer will not recognize the challenge. But once you recognize a challenge, you can prepare yourself very well to tackle it and defeat it. And that is what our party is all about.
So, finally, why Kasim Shettima?
Because he competent, capable, reliable, and able.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Wait, hold on. No, they push us. Hold on. No, we don't push people here.
Kasim Shettima or Kasim Shettima. And, well, this is Kasim Shettima anyway. Just congratulations to him. I'm coming. A day before the Kuje prison break or prisoners swap with Boko Haram, there was a news that Boko Haram's convoy, advanced convoy to Daura, was attacked, and one police officer in the convoy was shot and killed, and others sustained gunshot wounds. I don't know if you remember that. Well, I've just reminded you anyway. In the report from that attack, they said that surprisingly, the eyewitness, they said, surprisingly, when the terrorists were attacking the convoy, the security details in that convoy, they were commanded never to respond. Like it was just like a standing dog, or a sitting duck, just to be attacked and killed, and don't attack them. And the terrorists just left, and all of that happened. And this was in Katsina, where Boko Haram come from. And this security detail, the convoy, they were going to Daura as advanced team to go and provide security for Boko Haram's visit for Salah, for Eid al-Kabir or so. Ileya. Now, after the attack, after the prisoner swap where the Boko Haram terrorist leaders regained freedom and back into the business, Boko Haram wanted to show that, you see, even though they said that at the venue where they are doing the prayer, the youth, right? Helicopters were hovering all over them, above them, right? Providing area surveillance, while hundreds of different security men, police, DSS, trying to protect Boko Haram. Well, now security situation. But the guy wants to say, oh, but this place this safe. It took a trek. And if you think people are not safe, people are struggling in Nigeria, this shouldn't be happening. This you better maintain your BP, maintain your own this thing. Don't worry yourself about this like y'all, because nobody says suffer they tire them. Now just how they have been conditioned along. Boko Haram, ladies and gentlemen.
Allah kare ka, Allah zare ka, Allah kare ka, ba da bakin mutum ba sai dai Allah.
That is exactly what Tinubu is banking on. That street credibility in the northern Nigeria, all those who are like going to follow the command of their mullahs here and there, those are the voters they told you, the obedient, you will need to contend with, okay? Those people are the ones you have to contend with before you can then bring your OB to the front. But like I said, it's not really about election. It is more about themselves and their selfish, ruinous agendas, which has brought nothing upon Nigeria than poverty, terrorism, and all that. Tinubu said he is speaking Shettima because Shettima is not a religious bigot person. Is not a tribalist or tribal, tribalistic would they use, tribalist. That is not an ethnic jingoist. Isha said that there is a one Nigerian, ladies and gentlemen, right? I just want you to spend your next 10 minutes, okay, to listen to the running mate to Tinubu, who has now completed their Muslim tickets, which is what you are going to have to deal with. As we speak, it's already causing religious division here and there, but it seems that it's just going to make it worse. And remember, these people, they gain their power through division. They maintain such power as well through, bloodbath, division, and all of that. So to them, it is not about what you like. It is about what you don't like that eventually will be enforced on you, and there's nothing you can do about it. So it's up to you to see where this is going to go to. But come on. Do you really know who that person is? Is Shettima Mr. One Nigeria? Well, you be the judge. One Nigeria. Hello.
Alaji, congratulations. Thank you very much, Kule. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. Honestly, I accept your congratulations, even though I'm PDP. Because you remember one time when the fighting in Borno, when our people were being killed left and right. Then what is it, Alaji? I said, do you remember one time when our people were being killed in Borno State, left and right, Bauchi, Gombe, everywhere in the north? Of course. I remember you were saying that was there any Southerner among us? We were the one killing ourselves. I always remember this statement, Mr. Kule. But look at this today now. Today our brother is in charge, and I'm sure he made it clear to the world. The first thing he said was that he was moving the command of Nigerian army to Maiduguri until when Boko Haram is over. So if not your brother as a president, who will do it for you? But we could have done it to anybody in Nigeria. But you can see that some people refuse to do it for us. So really, really, today I understand why we have to have the presidency, honestly. No, it's like that, Kule. Kule is like that. Because how can anybody convince us that some miscreants cannot be dealt with by Nigerian army? Why can't we believe it was deliberately left? Even if there is no involvement of government hand in it, why can't we believe that it was deliberate? Let them kill themselves. Well, it has come out even very clear, because it was at a point in our campaign, they were saying that by the killings of Boko Haram, there will be no population again. In fact, let me tell you why the North insisted that Jonathan has to go, because we had the plan that if Jonathan continues, the same problem will happen in Kano, the same problem will happen in Sokoto, the same problem will happen in Jos and Ebro until when our population is depleted. No. We have had a wonderful experience, honestly.
In order to avoid the problem, that's why I said the people.
So whether he accept or not, the North it was clear voting now. What could he have done?
Remember what Babangida did for us?
Babangida, you see, what happened was, even when Babangida did it, you understand? Do you get me? The bulk of the population that voted was from the North. And Rimi said it. Since Babangida was in Abuja, Governor Rimi of Kano State, then, former governor of Kano State, he said, if they in Abiola in Lagos, Abiola Babangida will have said it is Yoruba that did it. So Abiola should fly to Kano, they will swear him as president, and they'll stand their ground. Before we know, they rallied around Abiola, they said, don't go to North, if you go, they'll kill you. Not so happened. Do you understand?
No.
So I'm coming now. So Babangida got the...
Abacha that incarcerated him for many years.
I'm coming now. I'm coming. Before we are talking about the cancellation now, the cancellation of the elections. And two, didn't you not see that even from the West, there were people who supported there are big men who joined in the cancellation of the elections. But whatever it is, at that time, it was nobody was killing the Yorubas left and right. Babangida was virtually betraying everybody. And today, have you not seen him on TV? Have you not seen how he was looking? Is God not wonderful? Did you not see Babangida? Even though I have promised as from today, so long as he's my brother from the North, even if he's eating everybody in Nigeria, fresh, you come out with Nigerian man leg eating, I will not say it's bad again. Because I have learned how to support my people from what I have seen with Igbos and some people in Nigeria with Jonathan.
Man, you must thank God for Yoruba. Yoruba supported by otherwise we don't have come.
No, I'm coming, please. I'm coming. Let me tell you one part. I'm coming. Listen to me, Kule. A section of Yoruba supported Buhari. Listen to me, please. Let us make this thing clear. You understand? We are all politicians.
Yes.
The Tinubus, since 1960s, since the Oyibo left the country, Yoruba was told one word. We are first Yorubas. You are first Yoruba before you are a Muslim, you are a Christian or Nigerian.
Yes.
So or not so?
Yeah, you are right.
Abi? Okay.
Yes, you are right.
Now, all along, a Yoruba man, whoever he is, whether Muslim or Christian, preferred anybody in this house to rule him than a Hausaman from the North. That's the truth about it. So, fortunately, I'm coming, sir. Let me learn. Fortunately, the center is controlled by non-Muslim, non-Northerners. Are you getting me? And Jonathan, fortunately for the North, Jonathan decided to use religion and slash the Yorubas to the extent, for the first time, Yorubas were divided religiously. To the extent Muslims, Yorubas stood their ground and said they were not supporting Jonathan. They even refused to attend the meetings of the Jonathan. The papers are there, their statements are there in the papers. So or not so, sir?
No, I like this.
Read it, it's there. That's the truth. It's there. Even when he went, there were some few Muslim leaders who met Jonathan. The Supreme Council of Islam of Western Nigeria or Yoruba land came out clearly and said no, they disagreed. Do you get me? We know the population of Yoruba, close to 80%, or let's say close to 60% are Muslim. This man constituted a national conference. This is the Yorubas that were saying it. We read it and we had them saying it.
Yes.
So that succeeded in dividing the Yoruba themselves. Now, two, the humiliation, whatever they did to us, our own was that let them kill us and reduce our population. But at least they still know that we are significant politically and they allowed us to maintain some position. But in the case of Yorubas, they were sliced out of the whole system. So or not so. That was how Tinubu and
the issue of Boko Haram, if we have to talk about Boko Haram, it's not from the south now.
I am coming now. Let me forget about Boko Haram now. We brought about the Yoruba politics. Now, Tinubu and the Yorubas generally carried what happened to them and went to Kaduna and met them in Kaduna and begged them that we have to put our head together. Look, sir, let me tell you the truth and find out. At a point, the Yoruba, being humiliated under Jonathan, were even considering to cut off and put their Oduduwa Republic. But they realized if they do that, the Igbos were completely in charge of finance, civil service, security, and everything. If they dare do that,
now East and the North, they enjoy
exactly. I'm coming now. The Yorubas now.
You didn't benefit at all.
I'm coming, yes. The Yoruba, at a point, the Yoruba intelligence, at a point realized that If they cut off, the Igbos will finish them. If they stay as it is and Igbo continue ruling, they will be completely finished. Before Jonathan, significant part of the economy, who are the accountants are Yorubas, who are the judiciary and lawyers are Yorubas, who are the civil service are Yorubas. Today you can't find any one of them. So or not so. So that's why the Yorubas say, even if we want to leave this country, we must get this power out of the hand of the Igbos and reposition ourselves.
The Northerners really benefited from that Jonathan too much, Alagi.
Hey,
we have the calculations of the government.
We agree. What can he do? He must now. He must. He wouldn't do to us that. He must. He knows that we can do it. He must deal with us. So that was why the Yoruba said no. Whatever it is. So, but what I assure you,
let's keep on praying for President Buhari.
Oga, we have learned our lesson.
We have been in our area here now. They be praying for him.
We have learned our lesson. Kule.
We pray for the prophet because and even our prophet.
No, to tell you the truth, the northern people, notwithstanding the presidency, honestly, the trust at least of the southeast is finished. And I assure you too, in Yoruba land, listen to me. I am coming. I am coming.
Recently helped Northerners in 1979.
I am coming, please.
They helped Shagari.
Listen to me. Not that they help themselves, gentlemen, please. We don't need anybody in this country. They help themselves. Let me ask you a question, sir. Let me ask you a question. Between cars, industries.
Your Excellency, we came with some observations and 10 specific requests for urgent presidential intervention. These observations and requests are products of discussions in the aftermath of our extraordinary security meeting held 1 week ago.
That's him. That's the guy speaking on the phone. So or no so, so or no so. That's him pretending to be crying on camera because after Boko Haram came to power, they still slaughtered people in Borno. And then for the camera, for a time like this, so they said that they have been preparing him codedly to bring him closer to that seat of power. And Kolu is the ticket of Kolu. You hear that he said that he hasn't discussed with him. Lies. They initially thought, you know, the proponents of Muslim tickets, El Rufaya of Kaduna. It was El Rufaya of Kaduna who first said, what is wrong with Muslim tickets? Because it is not about religion, it is about competence, it is about blah, 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 as they are saying right now. At least he did it in Kaduna. He dared the people there. Yeah, he did it and he managed to rig himself out. To rig himself in again. Well, because the southern Kaduna that could pose a threat was in complete turmoil in the hands of a Fulani terrorist. So they're going to use the same technique on the entire Nigeria. And he proposed it. So believing that maybe it will be positioned to take the chance. Some said, no, it will never work with Tinubu because it was the same El Rufaya who went to Lagos when Ambode was there, who told Ambode that if you want to defeat Godfathers, I know how to do that, I'll teach you. Ambode did not survive that. Remember? So now that from the blues, Nadia Esprit de Corps, officer in what is it they call the officer at Wabi? What is it they call them? Shettima is now the ticket of Tinubu. So immediately El Rufaya, the Kaduna little finger, started the Muslim ticket. The clerics, all of their imams and all of that, some of them begin to start talking about if anybody bring any Christian come northern Nigeria, they should forget it. Remember that. It was the handiwork of the El Rufaya of Kaduna. Then, I mean, come on, this is 2020. 2022.
Next year is 2023. That's going to make it, like 30 years. Is that 30 years after Hope 93? MKO Abiola. Aha. Remember that MKO Abiola, who was a Muslim, ended up pairing Baba Gana Kingibe, who is also a Muslim. And they went into that election in what they told us, and we still believe is the freest and the fairest election in Nigeria history. It's just that those who put together the whole thing then were the same people who actually ended it. Same thing. Some said, or maybe Tinubu want to break the jinx. In 1993, there was no threat of Fulani terrorists in every part of southern Nigeria. There was no obvious Islamic or religious supremacy against anyone like we're witnessing today. There was never at the time an open condemnation of people's faith simply because they are different from yours. There was never anything like a Sharia in 1993. Well, put it this way, your Nigeria was never this divided. So yeah, they said Tinubu is going to become the person that will make what MKO Abiola couldn't do, will make that happen. So that's the bobo. They have sold them now. And for those who know better, it is the ticket. Nigeria and everybody who is part of that, it is your ticket to the Golgotha, the Armageddon that you are looking for. Now the ticket be this. Shebina from frying pan to fire. That was from change to next devil. You see this one, you go see. Anyway, we touched base just to know that the rogues who don't give a damn about anybody's feelings, selling the bobo of one Nigeria and the rest of that, it is your own choice to choose your poison as you would like. For somebody like me, there's no point in asking me who do you want us to support, except if you are suffering from a serious, I don't even know the name. There's this serious, even baby get brains that they remember things very well. So you can't be an adult and be so dumb that you are asking Maiyegun, who should we then support? Because that's exactly what, that's exactly one of the problems, by the way, or even the problems. Some of you know get sense, especially those of you who are like one Nigerian morons. And it no matter you, seriously, it doesn't have anything to do with age. Many of you, the one Nigerianist, you have, what do you call it? You have substituted, no, that's not the word I want to use. You have sublet your reasoning capability to other people to do them for you. So when, and that gives the likes of the rogues who have made your lives miserable and will continue to do so because of your choice. That's why they will continue to make choices for you. Do you understand that now? For somebody like myself who can think for himself, I don't know if maybe all of us can think for ourselves, okay? And that is why the humbled slaves, the obedient fools, the sophisticated morons, the Lagos Abobakus, the Oshogbo Alimajiris, who else? These social media bandit, Facebook adsmen, and the rest of them. It becomes so hard to believe that you could actually look at Nigeria and look at everything they have put before you and just say, no, thank you. Like, are you mad? What do you mean that we shouldn't? Because you are dumber than you can imagine, especially if you have already, if you are one of those queuing behind these characters, by the way. Some of you will queue behind them because they are Yoruba, they are Igbo, or they are Fulani, or they are Kanuri, or they are APC, or they are PDP, because you have left the job of self-awareness, critical thinking. You have sublet all of that. You have given that responsibility else to somebody else who, let's say, if you know they use your brain, somebody else will use them for you. Some of you feel comfortable with your oppressors, your criminal oppressors or leaders or dealers, as you will call them. Some of you feel comfortable for them to continue using your brains. So when you go to the public and you say, hey, who should we then follow? You don't get brain. The point here is that choose your poison, okay? I'm not going to choose for you. I have chosen freedom. I have chosen independence. And I have continued to preach that for those who also probably love freedom, who never really want to die in the ass of the rogues, who can't even clean their own asses, peeing everywhere and all that. So you should be able to make your choices. And again, we won't choose for you. You should be able to choose for yourselves. So a pastor was saying something earlier on this issue of, who should you follow? As it is, one Nigeria has nothing to offer you. It has just one thing, and that's misery. Will continue to be the disaster waiting to happen. And this one might actually quicken it or fast forward it. Before you turn religious, or before you begin to see that you are headed for a religious political confrontation, the choice is yours. Listen to this pastor.
The wider sea, and there are also persons from the Labour Party. That's very interesting. I wasn't quite expecting that. That's very serious. Noted. Point noted. I am for Nigeria. And
if you're rich and healthy, in Nigeria, you may not understand what many other people are going through. Behind me is a hospital that I went for treatment for the past 3 days. I had an accident and I had fracture on my neck and one of my legs. For 3 days, I could not get proper medical attention with all the money paid. The right doctors are supposed to attend to me. The main doctor traveled abroad for greener pasture, leaving people in the hands of quack doctors and quack nurses. And for 3 days, I could not get what I paid for, including the x-ray, because there was no light. The rich will be sick and fly themselves abroad to seek for medical attention. Most of the hospitals we have in Nigeria are mortuaries. And that is why people are dying every day. And our leaders do not care. Those who destroy this country do not care about what people are going through. You need to see the number of people that are dying every day because of lack of proper medical attention. All they know about is money, collecting money without proper medications, with fake drugs, without equipment, and government do not care. We have yet another opportunity by next year to vote another leader. Where is Peter Obi? Where is Peter Obi? Give us Peter Obi before all of us will die in this country. Oh.
Somebody will disagree. Sorry, this person is not going to speak what you think he's going to speak. But somebody is going to disagree with him, and that person is this man.
Nítorí bí wọ́n ní wọ kẹ́tẹ́kẹ́tẹ́ dádì yìí lọ torí Tinubu ni ẹ wo gbogbo ń tà lálà ẹ̀yin lẹ́bí wa o gbogbo ń tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ rí nígbà ayé Abíọ́lá tí wọn ò jí ó ṣe é ṣe níta fẹ́ rí nígbà ayé Awólọ́wọ̀ tí ò pọ̀ sí Tinubu ìdù.
Agbóta àwọn ọmọlú yóò fẹ́ràn rẹ.
Àwọn wo.
Ṣèyí Mákindé.
Kọ́ mọ̀ fẹ́ràn rẹ. Ṣèyí náà kò ní wíìnì ni.
Kò tún ní wọlé.
Kò ní Fọlárin ó wọlé ni.
Ìpè wọn lẹ́mọ̀ bí ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí.
Ṣé tí n bá lè rí tí n bá lọ Ìbàdàn lọ́la màá ní pé kí lorúkọ ẹ̀ kí Ṣèyí Mákindé kó gbàgbé Central.
Wàhálà.
Kó wọ̀ fún Tinubu.
Tẹ bá sọ tí Ọ̀sìlárì bá gbà yín mú.
Kí ni wọ́n ọjọ́ Ọ̀sìlárì ó ṣe ṣèbó ti ṣẹ̀wọ̀n rí. Ẹ mọ iye oṣù tó lólè wọ̀n ni.
Irọ́ ni o.
Ṣẹ̀wọ̀n mí ni. Ẹ wọ́n lọ́mọ ìjọ tí ọmọ kù sẹ́wọ̀n. Ẹ kì í kí ni ó ṣe ẹ mọ bínú dáadé ẹ mọ jẹ sọ̀rọ̀ jù. Àṣẹbí wọn tó ń bọ̀ bàdé ní. Àyẹ̀wò àtọ̀ ti lẹ́yìn pé wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ wọ̀ pẹ̀lú àdúrà àwọn èèyàn kan lọ́yọ̀.
Kí wọ́n máa ṣí àrẹ̀.
Dáadé ẹ máa ṣí àrẹ̀. Ẹ máa bẹ̀rù. Bí nǹkan tó bá ṣe dáadé. Ẹ bá rí pé ìbẹ̀rù àwọn èèyàn wọn fẹ́ máa tírẹ́tì yín ẹ wá nìkan lọ dúró sí bẹ́ẹ̀ bá lóko ní oko tọ́wásì oko gbé lérin ni ẹja lọ dúró lóko tó bá di nẹ́ẹ̀sì ẹ̀dàdì Tinubu wọlé àpàdà sí gbòòrò. we will come back.
torí pé wà ní Niger State ló jẹ́ mọ́ pariwo tẹ́ ń parí.
láti ti bá dé àbọ̀mọ̀ Ìbàdàn ní mí ọ̀rẹ́ méjì agúgù mò ń gbé.
lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ lọ́sọ̀gbọ̀.
lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ lọ́sọ̀gbọ̀.
irọ́ ni o.
ká tó dé kíló pẹ̀ mọ́sálà síìmù ilé tara ẹ wo ẹ tẹ́rìtì tí Ṣèyí Mákindé ẹgbẹ́ sẹ́gbẹ́ kan.
Kò ní wíìnì.
Gbogbo west pátápátá gbogbo west massive force ni. Dádì.
Ká máa ṣí àrẹ̀.
Tí ẹrù tó bá tó stage kan gan campaign train ni Àtíkù yóò lọlẹ̀. Tinubu is.
Bọ̀dọ̀ bí wá ń gbọ́.
Èèyàn méjì ni tí ò bá ti sí Tinubu kò sẹ́ ebi ìjàsán fẹ́ nìkan ni.
Níbi tó da yín lójú dé. Ìpè Mósè Orímọládé lélẹ̀.
Ìpè Samuel Káyọ̀dé Abíára.
Abíára ni.
Yes.
Bàbá Abíára.
Wòlé alágbọ́n ni dádì ó ní ẹ má lọ Orímọládé inú mi dùn pẹ̀jẹ̀ tó lọ síbi pé wòlíì.
No joke. Sorry if you probably don't understand the Yoruba. He's so confident that whatever he's going to take, he's going to do it, and Tinubu is going to be the next president. If he has to, climb the camel, enter the car, enter anything, or even trek to make sure that Tinubu is the next president, it's going to happen. And he said, if anybody threaten you, if anybody try anything, let's just go to farm. Me, we have farm. I'll go there. When Tinubu wins, I'll come back to town. That's how much he's, And then Orimose Orimolade. And Sheyi Makinde even collected too. I just wish as many of you are so passionate about these rogues. I just wish they have just maybe, let's say, 10%, just 10% of the same feelings that all of you passionately have for them, that they should have same back for you. Honestly, you won't believe how life will be. I'm not talking about them giving you money or making you somebody, giving you appointment. No. I'm talking about if they show that same kind of, passion towards you, their policies, the government, everything that could make life easier for you. I mean, it would be better than this, but what's a man go do? You need to meet another die-hard Peter Obi supporter too. You need to meet die-hard Atiku supporter. All of them will tell you, for one Nigeria, a business enterprise that they put together to exist only for commercial purposes. And you, well, all of us Nigerians, we are what? We are the commodity they are trading. Before now, it is economic exploitation. They are exploiting us. Oh, they are doing this. They devalued the naira. All this or that. But now look at us today. Terrorists are now using us as an exchange rate, exchange commodity. If they kidnap you right now, negotiation will start. Even your family will be saying, we are still waiting for them to call us. People, family that don't have any experience about kidnapping and ransom payment. Many of them are now, they are improvising now all over the place.
So if you insist that you love them so much to keep power while they keep you intentionally underdeveloped, it is your choice. A natural disaster then call am. But when Lagos came underwater, abroad, natural disaster, when flooding happens, right? Here in the UK, the first thing is that if water enter your house, before the water, and okay, I'll present this better now, right? Lagos State in Nigeria, has a lot of money, but they have no structure, no nothing to actually make life even meaningful to the residents. But we'll come back to that. When you see an average Lagos Abobaku who is an educated illiterate, when they see flooding, they say, she flood no they happen for America, ni. She flood no they happen for Australia, ni. Have you not seen flood here and there? But the difference is this. When there is going to be a massive flood, maybe because of torrential rain or rainfall, there would have been warnings weeks before it happens. And most of the time, if it's going to happen like put it this way, if it is going to happen like spontaneously, there is always a provision for emergency evacuation. What does that mean? When water enter everybody's homes, everything and all of that, the people who are in those homes, right? Most of them, they would have been evacuated to a safe place. They don't have to drag their bed, drag their television, trying to save this or save that. They will be saved first. In most cases, for those who have relatives, they would have driven themselves out to their close relative and all that, who are like in a far safer distance. Those who couldn't, including aged people, disabled people, and so many others who are members of the communities where water is going to enter their homes, there will be emergency vehicles taking them here and there, providing them warm meals, and they can be like that for days until the water move. And then the council or the insurance, everybody will begin to move in order to now value the cost of damages. Sure, you get now. That simply means if it happens here, whenever it happens anywhere in the world, right, there is always provision for everyone to get them to safety. In Nigeria, in Lagos, you are on your own, even though you love to kind of brag about Lagos. Then one water can't follow. Ask them, who did you call? Help me. What are they carry me? They go where I don't know.
What's the mommy you? What's the mommy you? What's the mommy you? Àti wọ́n yẹ kán ti rú gbogbo ẹ̀. Ó máa lọ àfẹ́tọ̀ tó wà lẹ́yìn ẹ̀sìn rẹ̀. Ó yẹ kán ti bọ́ọ̀lẹ̀ tipẹ́tipẹ́ bọ́ọ̀lẹ̀. Wàláì ó mú mọ́tò tí bí ẹ̀ tán ni ó ti mú tán. Ìbáwọn lè tẹ̀ ṣe hang.
Help me. This water, they carry me, they go where I don't know. They carry me, they go where I don't know. That's the experience of many Lagosians who are always like without a bragging right on social media. When they tell you that you are living in a slum, some of you always take offense. I don't know why you're always kind of offended. You feel angry. You are living in a slum, okay? And what is the description of a slum? A slum is a place where, basic amenities are never available or they are inadequate. Do you get that? Maybe now you go out they talk, you make a break them down. A slum is a place where basic amenities like good roads, good drainages, hospitals,
emergency centers, schools, electricity, railway, everything. Because they all work for different reasons. You just don't know. They are basic. They are not something you have to pray for miracle to happen. But you don't have them in there, your Lagos. Do you? You don't. You braggy weary. Help me, help me, help me. Why person go see water? Water they come, you they drive, you see water, you don't leave the car, jump out and store safety. It won't save the if you want save the car. Help me, help me, help me.
No, not this.
Wala be like Lagos State, Wala.
I mean, you would expect some level of safety first, health and safety. In the UK, you shouldn't be in that water, except if you are caught in it and you are trying to get to safety. Do you get it now? Well, everything a joke, everything a fun, everything like that. But their failure are staring at you right there. And you continue to tell yourself, now then feel save you.
Thank God for life, thank God for life. Hey, here come. Confirm. Oh yeah. Confirm.
I will not allow you to. Hey, help me, 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 help me. If they carry me, they go. We are not know. Help me, help me, help me, help me.
That's the video that came to my head every time I saw that, because you know, it's not that we are not sympathetic. I mean, sympathetic to them, because you see that people will draw that cable, that thing. They are the people who finally chase the car. They chase it down. They tie the rope around it, and they are pulling a car inside water. Make I show you again. And it is in Lagos, so the Lagos of 21st century, where Tinubu built for them. No rescue, no nothing. No. All the people, all the occupants, according to this to the report, they survived. You know what I mean? They survived. But to now rescue the car, this is the technique in this 2022 Lagos, the center of excellence. Sabina mega slum.
Thank God for life, thank God for life. Hey, here come. Confirm. Oh yeah. Confirm.
Again, I just want you to know that when you make all your political choices and the rest of them in the name of one Nigeria, there are consequences of them, and you should never, in fact, don't sit down there and think that just wishing and then enabling criminals to continue to keep you and hold you down as it is your only thing that you have. But some of us have others, okay? Your leaders have plan B. Some of you don't have any. I'm offering you this now. That plan B, that your plan B should be, if you are a Yoruba man, it should be for Yoruba nation. If you are an Igbo man or woman, it should be for Biafra, seriously. And if you are from northern Nigeria, you should begin to look into that Arewa Republic, okay? Because you see this Nigeria that you are seeing, so it's not going to last. And it is not because many of us would really want that to happen as quick as possible. No, it's because even those who claim to be your leaders of one Nigeria, yeah,
they seems to be on a codeine diet. They are not of this world. And every of their action is pushing Nigeria step by step towards that same reality, the breakup of Nigeria. And, you know, at the time, you're going to tell yourselves that it's no longer about praying, that Nigeria should not be this or that. In fact, you should be redirecting your prayers that those who wants to continue to keep Nigeria one, right? That your God should shame them so that you can be free. The contraption they put together for you and the way they put it together for you is so complicated and locked together that no matter how much you try to think you want to keep it or save it, your leaders have plan B. Their plan B is to leave Nigeria when it becomes hot and burning. Tinubu has a house in France. He has a house in America. Well, God knows how many, right? And he also has a house here in the UK. Boko Haram and his children, they are British. Well, maybe Boko Haram didn't take that, but his children, Aisha and the rest of them, they are British, so they will come down here. Maybe they are even like from Dubai too. That's where Aisha has been living. I mean, she's been living there for a while now. They all have plan B. Their plan B is not Nigeria. Now you and your mumu never do. You see, your criminal leaders, they are insensitive to the situation that you are, I mean, they have pushed all of us into. And rather than them to take a step or two steps back and think and be like, oh, this trajectory, where will they take this Nigeria to? Oh, my, go be fire for fire. Because may I not lie you. If you are an Igbo man, this one is just a brother to brother advice now. Don't take my advice. So if you are an Igbo man, and Nigeria is today, and you join them with APC, to continue to push for power, you are just signing your own death warrant. Not just yours, you are signing that of those you love that you are not thinking about right now because you are not thinking. You see the trajectory where they are taking that Nigeria, is going to be the worst part of the trajectory you've ever seen. Boko Haram will be a saint. So if you are an Igbo man and you found yourself in any way of this whole thing, and you are jumping up and down for APC, you have no idea of what you are getting yourselves into. As for my own brothers, Yoruba brothers and sisters, let me tell you what you should also be preparing for. When you finally make your choice and you follow them to enthrone this jihadist agenda, they will mention Yoruba name. They will mention the collaborators from another part of northern Nigeria, yeah? But guess what? The table is going to turn. Yorubas are going to then be blamed for enabling terrorism in Nigeria. Because you know what? Shettima is the one that will be shanking your Tinubu. So think and well, when they will sell you the Yoruba locon or this one locon just to keep one Nigeria, you are turning the table. And when you turn it, you see everyone, you know, before now, make I tell you something. Or even till now. Every northerner is seen as a Fulani by the people who have a serious disdain for what Boko Haram has done, the level of division that Buhari has brought to Nigeria. There are people from southern Nigeria who generally believe that if you are from northern Nigeria and your position is to defend the Buhari, they class you as Fulani. Then when the Fulani terrorists now came, and they started all the killings and getting away with them, and many of these northerners are defending them, nobody could differentiate if they are Hausa, Kanuri, or Fulani. They started calling every one of them Fulani. Now, for 7 years, every northerner, to those who are already done with Nigeria, is a Fulani. Well, guess what? That is the exact position you are going to be. This time around, we are going to now be, you know, they keep telling you, every time they pick on Boko Haram, they will tell you, Tinubu enabled him. Good enough, even the people with their APC, they said it. They're only part of a Yoruba land supported Boko Haram and Tinubu. They know that. Not all Yorubas. But you know what's going to happen now? The table is about to turn. Yorubas collaborated with the Fulanis, the Kanuris, and these power mongers, the jihadist power mongers in APC, they undermined what they call the plurality of Nigeria, religion, and all of that stuff they are insensitive to all of that. Now, Yorubas are going to be dragged into it. So speak out too. So that's exactly what you are endorsing. If you think you are endorsing Tinubu for good education, better electricity, good infrastructures, and all of that, now slap yourself to wake up. She been in Lagos, you they leave. Abi no be Lagos, you they leave. When you continue, when you lie to yourselves and you are done, you slap yourselves back to life and tell yourself you want Tinubu to replicate what they have done in Lagos, in Nigeria, and tell yourself that you're actually being honest. It's your choice. So make all of una go, they make una choice. So because just yesterday, as the obedient, as they were celebrating the emergence of their own Fulani vice president, you see what I said, right? Before now, we know about Akim Baba Ahmed. Before now, we know about Yusuf Baba Ahmed Dati. They say them the brothers from Mauritania. Therefore, their parents were from Mauritania a while back. Their story is linked to that of conflict for jihad. If you haven't read it, maybe, you know. So, cut the chase. The moment he appeared, to some of my own brothers and sisters, Fulani is no longer a bad thing. They were celebrating that. Yeah, you know, this is a very smart team and all of that. If anybody come for Obidati last summer, you're automatic enemy. I told you, I said you are going to witness the most dirtiest, the most divisive political experience that will eventually lead to the total chaos and then the end of this whole charade. Chebu na no dey, you know they learn from history. So we're here watching, from nowhere, the video just came out. They said that Ahmed Dati, well, they didn't say he said it. They were debating on a gay law in Nigeria. You know, they said that everybody have the right in Nigeria, you should have this or that, but not to be an homosexual. It is against the religion, it's against this, and even their law is against it. But how did they make that law? Ahmed Dati was one of them. So they were debating the law under Goodluck Egbere Jolantan. During the debate, everyone was talking about why we can't have homosexuals or publicly gay and all of that, this and that. Meanwhile, some of your politicians, so if not many of them, they are actually like homosexuals too or bisexual. But that's a story for another day, Abi, because they say when they sleep with themselves, now for ritual. Abi no be so? Una know all of that. You know those of them who are actually gay. You know the Dido, you remember the Dido senator? But publicly, hypocrisy, yeah? If you are gay, you do this and that, you know. Now, so, then give microphone to Honorable Ahmed Dati. What do you think, Honorable Ahmed Dati, about this bill? The person that brought the bill is a PDP member from southern Nigeria, by the way, and he's actually a Christian, not even a Muslim. To say, Haram, a Christian bring him. So, long story short, everybody is contributing. What do they think? What do they think? Ahmed Dati rose up and he said, homosexuals, they're supposed to be killed. And that was, I think it was 10 years ago. APC, Egbekegbe and the rest, they don't go bring the video. Say, oh yeah, see you. We never start to. Maybe all of you say you know the test mic. You are all testing mics. And you are going to tear yourselves apart so much. Yeah? And you're going to pretend that every one of you supporting them, you are going to pretend that you love Nigeria more than those ones. These ones will say they love Nigeria more than you. Then these ones will, that's what you are all going to do. And it's going to be the most dirtiest of them all. And the question I ask myself is that why would I want to be part of that? For experience sake, go and enjoy it. Baba say me then kill them. Kill gay people. Okay. Baba, you need to come out and say me they don't kill gay people. You see all the LGBT YS they kill, all our LGTV. Sorry, I don't know why I'm keep mixing that up. Who felt like it's going to be freedom, it's going to be this or that, and they have already started supporting the freedom, Almost they just say their deputy, their vice president, even get power. Na jihad yo. So make them turn your back for drum. Now people are now trying to change that narrative, ignore that among other things, and just move on. It's a smart person. Forget about his religious forget it. Continue forgetting their this, their that, because you are so interested in saving one Nigeria. Forget it. Now everything get consequence and consequences. That's why I know they venture into it too. Maiyegun, what is now your business with Nigeria if you know that you're not interested in elections? How many times are we going to keep telling you that don't stop disgracing your family in public? As we are today, I've told you that we have not gotten what we want. Doesn't mean that we can't indeed expose why. Expose what you have now, which prompted why we want what we want. If you elect any weary, if you bring any of your weary in, they are not going to be facing you or you wearies alone now. Trust me. They're not going to face you alone. Did I go to anywhere to go and vote for Boko Haram? Did you see me with voters card going everywhere to go and vote for any of your criminal leaders anytime? Did I? Today, am I not paying the price of how destroyed Nigeria is? Am I not? I be you think everybody where everybody where they collect now, where they collect from home and abroad, everywhere, home and away. Now all of them supported or voted for Boko Haram. So now don't they gather again like Doled, don't die head, Abi? Hey, what's your business? What is your business in DC? What's your business? What's your business? This is my business. I'm still here. They never kill me, and they never kill you. You made the mistake before, you're about to make it again. How about I make you understand that go make a move? Or now go pay the price, and all of us go collect the water. So whatever it's going to be like, your choice. Or no, they pretend like say your parents are, they not train you right. Education should tell you that when you wearies, when you go for your criminal rogues, and when they begin to deal with you, which is what they do best. Now all of us go to collect the water, no be so. So make a talk. Now this one will go contribute to make you know, say all of you are mad. You are mad. You and your leader, your criminal leaders, promoting, doing the same thing again and again and again and expecting a different result. It's a sign of insanity, they say. Now symptoms of a weary. And when you commit your madness, not be only you with the effect. People traveled here now they have to be like, how many mopo you need? Check person where they America, we no join you, shout a change, next devil, and the rest of that. Today, now if they want to go anywhere, they say, Baba, if you come Nigeria, no go about the Lagos, about the expressway, anything from 7 p.m., sir. I said, I'm trying to go to a Coco Sea. Like, we can ride a bike. We can go to those mountain. Baba, don't ride bike, you. If you ride bike anywhere here, Baba, you will learn here. I would learn here. Fulani asthma everywhere. You already Bruku that are choosing them, fighting and continue to keep them. Is it not better for us to keep telling you that, the Yuri Buruku she, the jaw, the Ronu now, okay, Ronu dele now, mukuna think now. This is not about what do you call your momentary enjoyment or momentary satisfaction of yes, we did it. Waiting una they do. No be so una jump up when you brought in Boko Haram. Una no celebrate. How many of you are celebrating today to your launch of Come back home and be what? Make I come back home so that we go be with you and I we go to run from Boko Haram bullet. Or which one am I coming home to come and do with you? I'm asking you to stop. Please stop. You know they tire you. Yeah, my friend, shut up your mouth. Come back here and do what? Make I go join you for the refugee camp where they create. Or which of them? I should come and join you to come and free the Boko Haram terrorist victims. Or which one? The other day, just this morning now, we are reading again. You see, all of you who heard about people, Nigeria recruiting terrorists into Nigerian army. It is true. 100% true. I don't find out. Well, confirmed. Repentant terrorists are being recruited into the Nigerian army. Tinubu go bring in own army from where? 50 million youth. You know, get sense. Provoke me. Any sense. If you think that propagating these people and keeping them together and then spiting, they come back here and do waiting with you. Kill a Joshi. So go and do what? Nero, no. And if you are living abroad, you lie to people in Nigeria. I would have said that Thunder should fire you. But if Thunder fire you there, they go see get emergency to take you. They say they Thunder, what do they call that thing? Lightning. Is that what they call lightning? They still get treatment for them. I wish that kind of a go Thunder, the one that will strike you and take you from here to another place where they say they go to search for you, anything. You are abroad. 2014, you lied to people in Nigeria because of Tinubu, fake Pastor Ruga, Isaleko, Barack Obama, Fashola. You lied to people from abroad that these people are the brain. Even if Boko Haram is on a stretcher, is on a wheelchair, you know that there are brilliant people, brilliant brains around them. You lied to them. Now you are still abroad 7 years, 8 years after you lied to them. Now they don't recontract you now, Abi. You are doing patriotic Nigeria from abroad. The only thing that you have, some of them, because I've met them, the only thing all of them have is the fact that you have managed to be citizens of where you are living. And that thing now costs on top the people who are actually listening to you from Nigeria. They don't know. But you know that it's a cost. You see that citizenship they give you for America, that citizenship, British citizenship they give to you, that Canadian citizenship they give to you. You stay back in Canada, you will stay back in America, you stay back in the UK and all over the place, right? And whenever there is an election coming, you will join the team to bring in rogues, criminals. Once you finish, some of you will even fly down there. You pay people money to ensure that these rogues retain that, right? Once you are done, you go back to where you come from. No be witchcraft with that. Yeah? Waiting worse pass wish. You go back to the comfort where you are enjoying everything. Then from there, you are now teaching your mumu back at home that they should endure. Rome was not built in a day. Thunder will fire you, no fit travel. I wish now those ones will travel if you come. And we go strike. And you enter your room, bring you outside. So now the will be this, not the. I won't wish you any evil. I will just say, all of you should know that there is consequences too. Okay. Many of you today, you are being security conscious. You have seen how the economy is ruined and destroyed. You have seen the level of unemployment among the young people. And then they say they will rescue you from that. From where? From those ones, from the terrorists that are already wearing uniform. I was reading it earlier. They said they recruited Boko Haram as a warder in Nigeria prison. I never hear anything like that. Terrorists so confident, so anything. They don't enter police, they don't enter military, don't enter DSS, don't enter, including prison. Baba, and you want to keep that together. Nigeria, one Nigeria, one Nigeria. They asked Tinubu, how are we going to do it? This insecurity. He said it's caused by unemployment. And they actually thought he was saying something reasonable until Baba just lost everything completely. Tinubu, how can we walk around to get to defeat Boko Haram? He said, look around you, 33% unemployed. What is the 33% of Nigeria of 200 million? It will point 200 million, 200 million. Divide them into 3 like this. And then you have an idea of what 33% is. That's the number of people who are jobless. So if you see them on social media who are turning to prayer warrior, Some of them are seeing visions now, be now hunger everywhere. You know what I mean now? I mean, I'm not saying that no make your choice. Just remember that there are consequences of that. And somebody said that if you don't learn from history, you are bound to repeat that. And it's quite making sense. 2023, 1993. Let's calculate. 1993 to 2003, 10 years. To 2013, 10 years. To 2023, 10 years. That's 30 years. And they said that if Tinubu win, if Tinubu no win, democracy go end. If Tinubu win, democracy go end. Either way, now lose. But you see, the obedient disagrees. You will see, it will shock everybody, will surprise this. I say, oh, yeah, that surprise is going on like 100 days. You surprise all of us, surprise Nigeria, surprise everywhere. And if they don't allow you, what's going to happen after? What's your plan B? The obedience says they don't have plan B. They only have one plan, and it's a last shot, and they don't want to miss. If they miss, Nigeria kuku handle. Forget it. Everybody is now handling. Now we can say the team is complete. It's Boko Haram. It is a Tinubu, Shettima. It is Peter Obi, Yusuf Dati. It is Atifku, Okowa. It is Kwakwanso. Who else is in the game? Omoyele Sowore, and I don't know his own deputy, because I told him here, I said, the last time we had a chat show, we all agreed that PVC is poverty validation card. Why should we be part of a poverty validation process? And on Maiyegun General Politico, we head on to that, and we wished him good luck. In his own political journey in this charade called election. Everybody make your choice. We have made ours. We can take ours. But let me make my tea. It's cold. And when I get back, sure, I'll take few calls. And then we can call it a night. Like and share if you haven't. I have my first caller, and I bet they're still there. Hello.
Yeah, Maiyegun, how are you?
I am very well, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. This is Chidozie.
Chidozie?
Yeah.
You are live.
Yeah.
On. Everybody can hear you as well, please.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to thank you for the job you're doing. I appreciate you for that. Just keep it up. See, I just want to take it from the last one you said. That is our friend and brother, Sowore. You know, Nigeria has a way of making people that are somehow genuine to mess up. That's one thing about this system, why it must be disintegrated. It's not a system that will encourage your goodwill. The truth is that no matter how good intention you have, the moment you associate yourself with that system, because of the fraudulent nature it's structured, it will bend you to begin to mess up. Look at, for example, the good people. Let's even give it to them that they are like good people that have identified with this system. Not just this administration. Watch how they mess up when they talk. Example is like the one you call Kayamu or whatever it's called. You know, they used to refer him as a human rights lawyer. That's what I used to know him for. But
he was working in the chambers of Gani Faweimi, if you remember. That's what brought him to limelight.
A very renowned human rights lawyer he worked for, and he breeded him, and he followed that suit. But listening to him, since he identified with this government, you can hardly believe it's him. You can hardly believe it's him. Look at the one that called himself Pastor Ruga, fake Pastor Ruga, professor of law. You just see how the system will rubbish anybody that thinks
you. They say go into the system and change it. No. Nobody went into Nigeria's system to change it. The system changed them to what they want them to be. We are always the losers, believing that they could. Nobody could. And I feel sorry for the BTB followers too. They have no idea.
Nobody. Easy. Don't worry about it. By the time we get towards December, towards September, November, December, we will see how many people will still remain shouting Peter B and the rest of them. There is still time. Their euphorism is very high now, but things will keep on unfolding. We will see how many will remain till the day they will do the charade they call election. All I want to just remind people is consistency is the key. That's why I want to comment on that. So I watched the day you had your interaction with him on Maiyegun's Politico diary, Politico rather.
Conversation. We always call the program The Conversation. I remember. Go on.
Yes, I watched it. And I watched everything. That's why when you said it, I laughed. My brother, consistency is the key. And I commend you for that. Because this is not something you can just say, let's give it a trial. There's no trial. They have structured it the way they want it to be. It's either you bend to that structure or you fight to break it. There is nothing to let's try to manipulate. You can't manipulate.
That's the most mistake, isn't it?
Yes, you can manipulate the manipulator. They are manipulators. So they know the game more than you that is trying to defeat them. So there is no way you will come to make them kind of think you are for them. That is the truth. So let's wish him the best. Like I said before, my brother, and I'm summarizing with that. Like I said before, how possible it could be for this P2B to even win the election. Let's even see that magic he's going to do. Because, my brother, the truth is that hundreds of P2B cannot fix Nigeria. That is the truth. How will P2B fix the Boko Haram in the security formations of Nigeria? How will P2B solve it? How will P2B solve the fraudulent constitution? How? He's shouting economy. Economy what? It's only the living we talk of economy. How will Peter Obi solve the constitutional fraud? Like I'm an Igbo man. I don't buy into useless sentiment. I don't support whether it's Igbo presidency or Yoruba presidency or not. It's absolute rubbish.
It's all facade, right? It's all fake. When they say Igbo presidency, Yoruba, none of them ever represented any of these groups, ever. Do you get that now?
Maiyegun, let me just say this. Like I said, I'm an Igbo man. Let's be very, very factual and honest to ourselves. When Jonathan was the president, let's look at it this way. Jonathan was a president. An Igbo man was the minister for power. That's Nach. Right. An Igbo woman was the finance minister, Okonji Iweala. An Igbo woman was petroleum minister, Daziani Madeke. An Igbo man was the deputy senate president. An Igbo man was the deputy speaker, House of Representatives. An Igbo, countless Igbo people. The question becomes, what did Igbo people benefit from all those appointments? Jonathan was from the south. What did the Southerners benefit from Jonathan's common Niger bridge? Jonathan could not build
it. So grammar you'll be hearing from his own defenders, his own supporters. Listen, this is so grammar.
That is what. Let us be realistic here. What did Jonathan do? Go to Otuoke. Otuoke. The only thing Jonathan was able to do in Otuoke was to build a university that is not functioning. He couldn't go to Otuoke and see if there is a good road to Jonathan's village. So how can somebody come and tell me all this nonsense? The truth is this. Let's be very, very fact. I'm a Christian, but when people begin to play all these sentiments, I don't like it. A pastor will come to the church.
But it's so soothing when you are in Nigerian politics. Like, oh, wait for it now. You go see more slinging here and there once they start. Religion, tribal, you wait.
They play into all these things. I listen to pastors. They feel very comfortable when they say, vote according to your faith. Vote according to your religion. They feel okay saying that in the church, encouraging, and then a man will come to his own mosque and begin to tell his own followers, vote for Muslim, vote for those who believe in Islam. And you will take offense. I mean, this is hypocritical, my dear. I don't care. I'm a Christian, and by the grace of God, I am proud to be a Christian. But because Nigeria is not working, that's why everything is not working, including the churches and the mosques. How can you come, like in America where I live, you begin to tell somebody the reason why he should vote is because somebody come from Texas. They have gone beyond that, and that's why I call them democracy. How can you be telling me Igbo people are shouting, we must have presidency? My dear, it doesn't matter who the president and where it comes from. If Nigeria was working, we wouldn't be talking about these things. It's because Nigeria is already divided and has never been one. For example, I'm summarizing with it.
Ourselves. And then when you see all this, it's like, why don't you just save the generation coming from this same hateful, unworkable, place? Why do you want to keep it together? The others coming, sir. Let me take more calls, okay? So that we can get other people's input as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Opening the floor tonight. So I have another caller here.
Hello. Why? Yeah, hello.
Hello, sir.
How are you doing?
I am very well. Thanks for asking. How are you?
Good.
Yes, sir.
So I'm trying to make a comment on the discussion that's going on.
Please, you are live and everybody can hear you, sir.
Okay. Yeah, so I just needed to comment on what the gentleman said.
Right.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, please.
If you stick to the phone only, yeah, it will be easier. The communication will be pretty much like a flow well, sir. Stay with the phone.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Please.
Okay. So, yeah.
No, I don't like that. See, if anyone calls in, please.
Hello.
Yeah, just talk to me straight up. Don't go and listen to the program to confirm if you are live or not, please. I will not be talking to you if I'm not live. If you call in, hang on, please, 1 second. So I am not going to be talking to you if you are watching a replay of a video. You can't be watching a replay, then you'll call in and I'll be like, oh, hi, hello, this is Maiyegun. So you are live. Please listen to the phone, not the broadcast. The moment you get connected, please. Hello there.
Hello, Baba.
Hello, sir.
Good evening, my brother. How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
Hi, madam, and all the children. How are they doing?
Thank God.
Just come back. Well, bless God. I just come back from 8 hours shift. I was using my phone.
I'm part of this.
Yeah, I just came back. So I just said, okay, before going to bed, let me have my normal therapy, Maiyegun General. I was having normal therapy. First all I said, is just because Nigeria is not working. If Nigeria is working, I really appreciate that first caller. All it said. Nigeria is working. No one will be talking about this one is Muslim, this one is Christian, this one is Onifa, this one is Babalawo. No. You understand me? If you are Minister for Transport, you perform, you do your job. You make sure that the transportation system is working. For the benefit. Who cares about what religion, what tribe are you? Nobody cares about that. All we care about is once you are given an appointment, you make sure you do the needful. That is all. You understand me? And I always tell people, sorry because my Nigerians, we are the most tolerant people in the world I've ever come across.
That again. You can say that
again. I'm telling you. You know what I said?
Say that.
In every area, we will surely survive. You understand me? Because we've been tolerating these evil men. I always call them evil men and evil women. You understand me? Yeah. Even though our own fathers, our great-grandfathers, they've been tolerating them. That is why they continue. That's right. Do you understand me?
I'm with you.
Because to me, how will someone tell me that because I'm a Yoruba man, under mosque, I must be, I come from a Kuje area now in Nigeria. Oh. I was born and brought up in a Kuje area. I must be a Kuje local government chairman. No! You understand me? If an Igbo man, you understand me, that was born and brought up in the same Kuje local government, will perform more than me, they should put him there. If an Hausa man, if a man, that is it. You understand me? Nobody cares about your religion or any other thing. You understand me? I won't lie to you, but let me not too disclose this. My wife is a senior research officer here in the UK. She works with Ministry of Transport. Right. You understand me? And we were having a conversation last night. She was like, Boris, he's happy that Boris is going to leave. And the Minister for Transportation, which is his boss, I think he has interest. Yeah. So he said he has worked with this man in the last 17 years. He knows he's a competent man. You understand me? So, but I don't know why, I don't know where we've gone wrong in Nigeria. Baba, Shayiwa, Ilula Shiyah. I did tell you, Baba. Sorry, sir. Shayiwa. Sorry, sir. I'm sorry for people that doesn't hear. You understand me? Shayiwa, Ilula Shiyah. I did see àwọn olórí yàn. Our people here, Baba, they are all evil men and evil women.
No
as you just said,
no feeling, no remorse, no nothing.
If they have just 30 or 40% of the kind of remorse, the kind of love we Nigerians have for them as a leader in the family, that country will not be in that slum. No. You can imagine. I don't know the name of that minister. Is it minister or I don't know what appointment he's holding, and some other Nigerian politicians. They came, I think they came for this Ikere Madu court case on the 7th.
Those ones
I was watching it.
Senator, see, yes, Senate chairman. Senate chairman.
Baba, do you know how much is going to cost them? I think there are up to 8 or 10 of them. Yeah. Do you know how much they are going to spend? Someone that has committed a crime in a family. And there are a lot of people running out of Nigeria. They are refugees somewhere in Chad, in Niger, in Benin Republic. No, Baba. Why are we deceiving ourselves? We are not one. We are not one. We are not one.
But they are not planning to. Do you know that inside the Ikeja hospital and Ike house in Ikeja also? The Ikeja hospital.
You don't need to tell me about that.
Right? There's a private segment there owned by Tinubu, and it's so sad that even when they build government facility, they still privatize the segment to serve an interest of a few of their clique. Well, people should make their choice. Baba, let me take another call.
Baba, sorry to have this. You said that talking about. Anytime I travel to Nigeria and I'm looking at that place, God forgive me. I always look at if it's possible for me to just throw bomb there. You know why? That is where they kill my family.
Are you there? Oh no, I don't know what happened there. Hello, can you hear me? No. Okay, I'll take another one. It's been a pleasure talking to you, by the way, sir. So let me take. Here we go. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Cancer General, Maiyegun General, it's Rodney.
Kabiyesi.
God bless you, my brother. Another day of
the
killing
Rodney
it.
brothers.
So,
Baba, you are part of it tonight again.
Thank you so much. I'm always there. I'm always around and just listening, you know.
Thank you.
My brother, I love the way you like as always, you use the perfect words to describe these people and these whole circumstances. And I thank God for you and all that are still believing that we can be free, especially we can be free this year. I want to just side with the first caller who at least knows what he was talking about. You know, also the way he agreed with you, describing all these our politicians and the fact that they're just in their own drama, just in their own game. And if my own wish is that many, hundreds of thousands more of people called the so-called Nigerians should tune into Maiyegun so that they can understand, they can have clarity when it comes to this matter of election and leaders. Showore is not going to change anything. Peter Obi is not going to change anything. My prayer is that every one of us will rally around. And I pray that somebody like Simon Ekpa is listening now. The moment Yoruba Nation declares their freedom, on the same day or the same week, Biafra should declare their freedom. I don't see any sane human being living in Nigeria that should be rooting for Nigeria to stay together. We should declare our freedom on the same day. Let Fulani come out and kill us. Let's see. God bless you. God bless you, my brother. I just wanted to keep in.
Thank you so much for joining. So how is Egbon, by the way?
Egbon is doing fine. He just came back from the shithole.
That's enough. Thank you so much, Baba. You have a good one, eh?
Let's see.
Nice one, sir.
You too. You
nice
too.
one. Yeah. So here we go. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun. Happy
sir.
Sunday. How are you? This is Jude from US.
How are you doing tonight? About this afternoon over there, Jude? How are you, sir?
I'm okay. Just that things happening back home. It's just making one so
you
peaceful.
better don't have this low voice yet. Things haven't even started.
Yeah,
I say they're just putting the whole team together, and we can see how it's going on, sir.
It's so sad. Everything is playing out, and then for to see that Tinubu should choose Shettima, who espouses, who is one of the known, this is not secret, one of the known terrorist leaders, a terrorist sponsor, who is known to have even expressed opinion. Look at the thing you play.
On record.
Yeah, look at the thing you play. That thing has been on since last year. That video has been making rounds. And for somebody,
do you know when I got it? I've gotten it since 2017. That was the first time it came out.
Yeah,
and I've kept it since
exactly. then. And for somebody who has expressed such an ideology,
is about to become number 2 man in Nigeria, and the Igbos should be worried. Even me, I am worried.
Of course, anybody that has his senses in his core should be worried, because what is like this? Look at it this way: Tinubu is dying. Okay, we don't know how many days or months he has to stay, but these people can even let's assume they win, they can even kill him so that this guy will take over. It's part of the game plan. Okay, and this guy is even worse than Boko Haram. It's even worse than Buhari.
You see,
Buhari.
People will call Buhari. They will call him saint within first 6 months.
I'm telling you. My brother, you know very well. In fact, this guy Buhari will become a saint, just like Buhari.
6 months.
Just like Jonathan has become a saint.
Yes.
Because of all the evil that Buhari has brought upon Nigeria. Because it's like everybody has forgotten Jonathan's time that was so full of corruption and everything.
Yeah.
And then now, nobody even remembers what.
Yeah,
yes, my brother.
If anyone has witnessed the Buhari's bias and then profiling of the Igbos, which he even did openly as a sitting president, he called them the dot in a circle. Then Tinubu said they are going to continue what Buhari is going, where he's going to stop. Now you have
his agenda
next to him
from where he stopped.
We should all be worried.
And then he's getting a second hand, a right-hand man who not only willing to continue the agenda of Buhari, but also to even add to his own agenda. Okay, to his own agenda because he, so even in that video, if you continue to listen to it, where he even said that their plan is to make sure the Igbos are rendered irrelevant in the entire Nigeria, that they will smell any presidential, they will smell Asoro. He said it in that video. That
they will never smell power again. Jude, once you drop now, I'm going to play that audio. It's a concluding part.
Please, God bless my brother. Please, let everybody hear it. Okay? I'm not just saying this because of what he said to the Igbos, but somebody who espouses this same idea. Will anybody believe now that this guy has the interest of Nigeria at hand for those who are one Nigerianists? Can you now say that this guy believes in bringing Nigeria to one and making Nigeria to be prosperous?
Jude, I have another video of him, Shettima, who was talking about numbers, democracy's number, this and that. And you know one thing? In their book, right? They don't need the Igbos to be anything. He said it.
At all.
He said it's a game of number, and when you talk about number, when you put all of the Igbos stay together, their vote is not that of half of Borno, which is a lie. But they love to say that all the time. You know that they intentionally say that the voters from Igbo land, they are not up to one state in the north, which is not true. But they keep saying it. They keep saying it because that's exactly the impression they want to give. Then one Nigeria, they don't need the Igbo's vote. He said it. I'll share the video.
Yeah, and because the southern politicians who are supposed to be calling these people out are sleeping on the same bed with them because of their own political self-interest.
Yes.
That is why all these people can say all these things. And it's also on record that this guy also mentioned, even in some of his videos, how they deliberately frustrated and crippled the economy of the East. So that they would depend, especially the port, the Nigerian Port Authority, so that they would depend on Lagos, on the seaport in Lagos. Not knowing that dependence on the seaport, only one seaport for a country, servicing a country of over 200 million, is crippling the economy of the entire country.
Jude, do you want me to shock you?
Brother.
You want me to shock you again before we go, and I'll go and play the audio?
Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead, I'm listening.
The southern politicians, they will confidently tell you, if you ask them, why are the ports in eastern Nigeria not developed? Since it's only the federal government that could give a clearance for such to happen, right? And at the same time, guarantee funding for such development. Southern politicians will tell you, you know, the North just don't want to do it. The North won't agree. And I'm like,
can you imagine?
You're a politician from the South, and you're saying that the North will not agree.
Who agree? Can you imagine?
What is one Nigeria here then? What exactly is this?
It's one Nigeria then. Why are we one Nigeria? Because the making the development or rehabilitation of those people in the south, in the east, and all those areas, it's not only going to help, it's not only going to benefit to those on those regions, but to the entire country. If we want a revamped economy, it's going to provide jobs to so many Nigerians.
Millions of
Nigerian
jobs.
Youth, millions of jobs. And then the economy, imagine the importation. Even Lagos seaport will even benefit also from it, because the dreadlock, as a result of people bringing in their goods, and it will stay months and weeks and months and even years.
There are many heavy duty equipment that they are moving on your roads that don't need to be moved on the road. They can be moved through the sea or rail, and like you said, it can boost the economy of the East and make more money for government, but they don't care. No, it's not about development, Baba.
Exactly. They don't have. Oh my brother, this thing is breaking my heart. You know, Nigeria is even very easy to govern if we see somebody who has the mind. These things are very easy to do. To revamp the economy of Nigeria and sanitize this country is very easy. It's not that we don't have anybody with the will.
They covered it, and it's intentional.
They covered
Once you take the veil off, right, it will fly. And for Nigeria to fly in any capacity, it can never continue as arranged as we see it right now. The structural way they put it together now is deliberately to continue to undermine it and, cower us.
Exactly. Anyway, Anyway, I just want to end.
I'm going to play the audio now and take a break. Just because you mentioned it. You go listen to that, Jude. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. The second part of Shettima talking to Amosun. This time around, their plot and plan for the Igbos when Boko Haram took over government 7 years ago. Unfortunately, they have done so much damage since then. And at the same time, they have also destroyed the northern Nigeria even more. Listen to this. What they plan to do to Igbo. And they've done some of them, by the way.
It was Rocha State, Imo State, that they started saying that Hausa people must have ID card to live in that state.
Yes.
Can you hear me? They say Hausa people must have ID card to live in state.
Yes.
Until when we mobilize our people here and say, okay, in that case, all Southerners must live north. Then Jonathan now realized that there was something going on. You say, no, these things have to stop. So are we mad? Do you get me? Count every 5 shops in this north. 4 shops are owned by Igbos. What is Igbo's contribution in the economy? It's not trade, and fraudulent trade for that matter, including you. Igbo have cheated you, unless if you are not buying spare parts and tires and medicine. So or not so?
It's so allergic.
Do you get me? Yet we accommodated them. Is it going to Dubai to bring fake drugs that we cannot do it? Now the plan is drugs now. No Igbo man will again sell drugs in this north. We are going to bring it from Kano. Drugs are brought by air. They are going to open massive coolers, rooms in Kano and import it all north, and maybe whatever want to buy, come and buy from Kano. No Igbo will sell drugs again. We are tired of all this nonsense. We know how to control our places the way they control their own. What we are saying is that we are all Nigerians, but we are going to learn what they are doing in Southeast and do it in the North too. Simple. Yes. We don't have ancestors, but if Buhari today, as president of this country, want to buy land in the East He will go and negotiate everything. Tomorrow the chiefs will come and tell him that ancestors met them yesterday night and said they should not sell the land for them. So we don't have ancestors. Or we are betraying ourselves. Our ancestors have told us that we have been careless. That's why we suffered for the past 6 years. We have to wake up now. It's a very serious thing.
Move forward.
No. We cannot, sir. The society is already adulterated. That's why, to be honest to you, let me tell you, to be honest to you, we never wanted Buhari in this law, so we wanted Konkoso.
Yes.
We want,
that's what I'm saying.
If it is Konkoso,
the primary, Konkoso will have defeated Buhari.
Listen to me. Hey, you know the Tinubus and Co prefer Buhari because they can.
He really tried.
Can you hear me? Because Konkoso will have solved this north-south problem for us within 6 months. In Kano, Konkoso gathered all the Igbos and told them that all these drugs that he closed all those fake drugs they are selling in Kano. They know him now. So that's why we wanted Konkoso to be the district. Igbos met in Abuja and warned us after the election that they were the ones in charge of 75% of Abuja is their own. They should be given ministers. Can you imagine? Negotiate and say this is the governor they want with their rulers, everything. Igbos say no, he cannot be governor. Haba. In somebody's land. Habakule. The arrogance is so much. So 10 years ago I warned it. I said the Igbos are building nation within our nation. They will engage us within our nation and reinforce from their nation. That is exactly what we saw during the tenure of Jonathan. Immediately we voted Jonathan. What we did to Jonathan in this north, Igbos in the north, their chiefs, gathered and came to Aso Villa. To the glare of everybody on TV, they say it was nobody that voted Jonathan, but the Igbos were the ones who voted him. Did you not hear that one? Did you not read it? In our own land, Igbos say we didn't vote Jonathan. It was they that voted Jonathan. 2, before elections again, they gathered themselves and came and met Jonathan, and met in Abuja and said that they are directing all Igbos in the north must vote Jonathan. We don't mind. Let them vote anybody. But can you do that in the southeast? They stop us from even voting. Let me answer this. Amina wa alaikum salam.
Alaji.
Kunzone.
Let's talk in the night. Alaji. Thank you.
Can you hear me? In the southeast, all houses in the southeast were prevented from voting. Find out. Yes, find out. But yet in our own land, they will stand and say that. It is their problem that forced above Lagos to say that if they try to frustrate the decision of the Yorubas, they will send them to ocean. And I'm telling you, after 4 years, at least not we are liberal, but in the southwest, after 4 years, Igbos can never be useful, relevant again in the southeast. Wait and see. In fact, the plan of APC is that they are going to make alliance of northwest economic development. The west has the ocean. Can you hear me?
Yes.
The north has agricultural produce.
Yes.
So what they are going to do, the government is going to develop all the agricultural and mineral resources in the north. And then they will put primary industries here. And then go and export, finally finish them in Lagos or Southwest and export them and bring back the money and share it between the two regions. Let them drink their oil. This is the plan on ground.
Let's just pray for success of Mr. General Buhari. For that, his success is our success. For that, we can benefit better.
It's true.
That's our prayer now. That's our prayer here. Everybody is praying for his success for that. If he's successful, everybody is successful.
God help us. No, but not to the extent of living the way we are. Our prayer now is that may God remove the influence of the Southeast in our region. That's all what we are praying left and right now. I'm telling you.
I like you, okay.
No. The Boko Haram, these people are catch red-handed with bombs. Who are supplying the weapons? Who killed General Shua? They think we don't know? They were saying that they were revenging what they did to them in Biafra. Biafra was a war. It was a state war. Trying to bring them back to the nation. Not be so? Do you get me? Some useless idiots started Boko Haram, but there was hand. Don't worry, investigation will reveal everything now. Don't worry. We were just exercising patience, looking at what is happening. That is typical Northerners. That's how we are. Just look at what is happening. But we drew a line. 2014, 2015, they call it. It is the end of it. Whether anybody wins or don't win is okay. That was our decision, honestly. And they met in Enugu, and listen to me, they met and saw it that in the event of cutting it, why will they put their people? That's why the man has to surrender now. Let him, in fact, some of us preferred him to have been resistant so that we redefine this country. I'm telling you.
A lot of casualty will be many.
Nothing like killing. Let everybody go his way. Ha! Is it not rain that is falling in the north now? We have the food. What is oil? Look at Niger. Rano is still selling oil. He's bringing it from Niger. What is the big deal? It is when they met and saw the danger of any attempt. That was how they surrendered.
It's a long one, isn't it? Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, ma.
How are you? Akogufare. Iná jó biri osa. Akogufare. Hello, my brother. Alafia, God bless you. Hey, Maiyegun is fair.
Gradually,
Can you imagine that? 21st century. Look at Lagos State. All allocation given has gone into someone's pocket. All the public fund is gone to their pocket.
That's right.
They can't even provide a simple amenities for their citizens.
No.
This is a shame. This is a shame. This is a big one. This is a big one, and they are still saying our local, Baba wa local mo wa oseji de bere lo ku ejo. Make una go die. Yorùbá sọ wípé tọmọdé bá yàgbẹ́ burúkú wọn náà máa mú ewé kíní kan wọn máa fi bóńdì ni. What are they doing to that country for crying out loud?
They have no soul.
Look at the statement. Táwọn olórí gbèsè méjì yìí ń sọ, kúnlé ọmọ àlè ní ẹbí tó bá wà tó bá gbọ́ wà. Jamboro bá ka ṣége bó ṣe ń sọ lọ́hùn. They are so confident. You don't love these Igbo people. You don't love them. If it were in this great country, that was why. Shettima should have been fired for that state.
Political career, goodbye.
Shettima should be fired. But no,
Nigeria reward criminality anyway.
How can anyone say that to a fellow human being for crying out loud? Let these people go. You said no. Let them go. Give them their theater. Give us our Yoruba. You said no, but you don't love them. You don't love them. Look at that statement. Look at the genocide.
They are doing meetings. We will deal with them. They are finished. We'll make sure they are nothing. We do. Excuse me, man. They did some of those things. They ensured that all the refineries stopped working. Right now, they now went to go and borrow $6.3 billion in order to lay pipeline from Niger Delta to Niger Republic.
To Niger, to refine our crude oil in a country that produces oil. Is that not a shame? Is that not a shame? There's no single maintenance. They do have shame, these people. Yoruba, you need to wake up, my people.
You need to keep Nigeria together for this same purpose, you know. And our we should know better.
Because I was born and bred and raised in Lagos.
See?
And Igbo is sharing. We have a park, Bobo Park, what Tinubu is. What is Bobo? Bobo sharing. Bobo sharing. Come on. Gbogbo ẹ ti lọ kò sómi kò sí nǹkan kan àmàgbé kó bá máa lọ ṣeré
ìgbòho àmàgbé nígbà táwọn wà kékeré. you know, àwọn èèyàn tí ẹ mọ bí tó ti ń pọn mi yẹn mà kọ́ṣà bá gbómi wá káró mi lò ẹ bá gbómi wá omi ò yọ.
ìgbà tó dé náà ló pa ìjú water work.
ìjú water work.
ó ti kọ́kọ́ dé nǹkan tó kọ́ fèsì nìyẹn ó pa ìjú water work ẹ̀ straight away. What a country. I could remember my own
country. Àwọn náà ló máa pariwo ń sìn ní àwa ló kàn àwọn alágbàdo.
Wọ́n ti fi ṣe wọ́n. Ó dẹ̀bi pé wọ́n dà sí wọn látẹ̀wọ́ wọn fomi lò ní Maiyegun.
Àfi bí àfiṣe.
Àfiṣe ni o.
Àfiṣe ni tó.
Òrìṣà ògbè yín ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀bẹ́ pé kó ṣe yín bó ṣe bá yín kó máa lọ. Ṣé ohun tó jẹ yóò tí ì tó ni for goodness sake?
No.
They empty the treasury, they empty the public fund, they empty everything. Gbogbo ẹran tó wà ní ọbẹ̀ wọ́n ti já wọ́n tó sán egungun. Look at the wife is a senator. The daughter is the Yaoloja. Sheyigan is coming out.
His son-in-law is a lawmaker in Ekiti.
Yes.
His own son, Sheyi, is the head of the marketing, billboard marketing, and all that stuff, outdoor publicity of Lagos State.
That one got lifted the other day. Running his mouth like a dripping tap. Yemoja is coming to take over you in Lagos. Yemoja. Look at what happened.
Crocodile in estate one. On a crocodile.
Yes. All the reptiles will be out from their homes. They'll be out from their habitants.
A woman.
Because that flood.
A woman. That grew up in Saleko. Definitely, Bojo and Kokon, Milo, area of Balende, Wasi Surulere, Masha, Jam, Resepain, and Roti be our Balende and Kokon, be Omigota one sherry. I'm sorry, I want Surulere and Kokon, Cherry Bumi, our young one when new buying. Jams in comma. How many of them have contracted some serious health jams right now? And they're going to end up God knows where. After
and there's no health facilities though. No health facility. Look at Shettima. He's so proud of himself. These people are so cocky, they are so arrogant. They think they own Nigeria. That is why they say they are born to rule. To rule who?
Exactly.
To rule who? We don't want them anymore. Let's go our separate ways. And you move away the Chitori or long get here. Yorùbá ní ọmọ ń sun mẹ́rin tọmọ kíni ọmọlúwàbí wà yí sọ́tún wà yí sósì wà tún dojúkolẹ̀ wà kó ètò bẹ́ẹ̀ lára mu. These people are not meant for us. They don't love you. They don't care about you. They only care about their generation. The generation when they don't know my pound. So gbogbo nǹkan jẹ yóò máa há wọn lọ́rùn. They need health facility. Kò sómi, kò síná, kò sọ́nà.
They are so basic. It is well. Thanks so much, man.
It is very sad.
I know.
Thank you.
Oh my God, everybody know as well. Shegbo.
God will bless you.
Good night, man. Thank you so much, man. So I'll take another one. Here we go. Hello there.
Hey, Maye. This is your guy, Adiola.
Say that again. I want to grab
it. Man, I'm fine.
Baba.
Sorry, my name is Adiola. Your guy now.
Yes. I want you to say it again so I can grab it. Tell me.
Yes.
So who's on the line?
Adiola on the line. Adiola on the line.
The first time
on the line.
Great. Baba, how far now?
Yes. Baba, we thank God. This Nigerian are like joke. Like huge joke. Huge joke. Huge joke. It's a huge joke. And it's as if everyone living there, they put a veil. A massive veil, because it doesn't even make sense. It's not even rational. You are keeping a country in that contraption, and you think, and I'm thinking, can't they see that?
Then you
are just being trapped.
Baba, this is where you got
you trap them.
Right? Where they say all of you must stay together, and you say, "But I don't want to stay here now. I want to move." They say, "No, you don't get choice. If you move, we'll shoot you." Because we have smile. We are all one. We are sing. One Nigeria, sing, jump up. Papa, you don't feel walk that way now.
You don't feel walk that way. Maiyegun, I want the question.
Go on.
I want the question. Is it that the the West and the East, and the whole of the South, are we afraid because they have people in the military? Is that why we haven't kind of like said our piece?
Don't say that. We are not afraid. Okay, it's a two-way thing. Okay, the first one is that those who were supposed to represent us as Southern political, what have you, in this whole Nigeria thing, right? They are in on it, on this whole scheme scam. Once you are in on it, that's a compromise on you. So if you suddenly want to turn around and say, I mean, we're on the side of the people, they will deal your fuck up. They will deal with your fuck up, right? And they will replace you with somebody else who is going to play. Do you get that now? So it's now up to you to become two-faced. Okay? When you say things that your people want to hear, or when you meet behind the scene, you just say yes to whatever they present. That's the situation we found ourselves. Okay? Then the other part is that there are people who have seen through this and they'll be like, no, we can't continue like this and all of that. But sadly, maybe all of them now say we shouldn't continue. Some of them are saying we shouldn't continue like this because then they fight for their own seat, chair on the table, right? So everybody can't play everybody as we speak right now. So we are done for, except we all agree that anything that is not celebrating keeping Nigeria together, right, is the only thing that can rattle them. As we speak right now, if you think say Southerner is angry that the North is controlling them, they are not angry. Oh. They are only angry when their own share no reach them. They will come scream. You go continue say them on our side. Say I love that man. He's always defending Yoruba. Now lie yo. Adiola.
So, Baba, see, they've covered us with a veil, and that's why we cannot see.
Job.
Because if you line up three white people, you will not know any difference. But if the first person says is German, the next person says is English, the next person says is French, they cannot coexist in the same contraption.
No.
It's not possible. So we are not a monolith people because we have melanin in our skin. Because we have that melanin, not be say we don't have the same value. We don't have anything that is of connection. No. Nothing except probably we establish it. Okay, Baba, we could establish this connection and it's based on this and this and that. Oh. That's our own connection.
Our views of what a country should be like is also different too. You get what I mean now?
Exactly.
The Igbos have a way they think a country should be. The Yorubas have a way they think a country should be. These Northerners as well, as as many as they are, they also have a vision of what they think a country should be. When all of them put all this on the table, Baba, and there you go, say Nigeria not supposed to stay together. Because now different vision.
No.
Except for pretense and hypocrisy. Can never work together that way. Different visions.
Our youth should be told to question the Constitution.
And then be bold enough to challenge it.
To be bold enough to challenge, because that Constitution, if you substitute it for the American Constitution, US will crash. If we should trade our Constitution with US Constitution, say about make US hold this one.
As organized as America thinks it will be.
Last. Maybe just trade that.
It won't last 3 months.
Just see.
3 months.
See, Baba, they've dealt with us with a bad hand. Here in the UK, when they want to do fracking, see posters everywhere. No fracking, no fracking, no fracking, no fracking. But if you now look at Niger Delta, I served in Bayelsa. If you look at the way, the degradation, people that rely on rely on water resources for their livelihood.
They forgot the clean water in Niger Delta now. They've forgotten that now. It's even a dream now. Clean water.
Port Harcourt, soot everywhere, soot. Unclean air. And why are we, as a people, which veil, Baba, which veil did you use to cover our eyes? Where did they make that veil? Should I China or should I Europe? We don't know.
It's made in Nigeria, and that is the veil of Baba. See, somebody told me, he said, Maiyegun, have you noticed that what we use as prayer points in Nigeria, when you leave Nigeria, you don't even remember to pray about them anymore. Talk less of them may be your prayer points.
My family friend left Nigeria. She moved from Nigeria to Canada, and she called me because I'm based in UK, Essex here, and she was saying, "Baba, see, forget other prayer points and nonsense." So
I tell you,
other prayer point and process. Baba, see, prayer point will only work. Prayer point will only work for what you as a human being cannot do. Whereby you won't get
you put in some effort, and then you see, Bible says, "I will bless. I will bless the work of your hand." Okay, it means that before I bless you, you must be doing something where I won't bless.
Yes, sir.
Do you get that?
Yes,
now?
Sir.
So a system that that doesn't allow you to have something God will bless. But come on now, you can do any other prayer point there. Now wish.
I want to be controversial tonight. Very, very controversial tonight. If you don't mind.
You don't say me, I'll be controversial. They attack all the time. And they always come back. People will be like, this Maiyegun, I will never watch him again. Then the following evening, they were back. So let me hear what he wants to say again. Nonsense. So be controversial. Go for it.
See, Baba, do you think we should pray for our leader? No. If you are going to church, we shouldn't pray for them.
No.
Because we know who they are. It's like praying for Pharaoh. You can't pray for Pharaoh, Baba. You cannot pray for Pharaoh.
Because if you understand your prayer point, the people you are praying for, you are actually like in a way killing yourself.
Check him now. That's my controversy because we shouldn't be praying for people that are commenting you.
Now, Baba. When they tell you to pray for your leader, now deceit. Because why would you?
No, we should stand up and say, you know what, this is injustice. We only pray for you when you are trying to do something.
Say,
we will support you. We will support your prayer. This man,
keep him to
these
going,
people will come to church. These people will come to church, sir, and people would. These people will come to church, and the church leadership will welcome them, knowing fully what they are saying.
Now, them get the front row now, Baba. Baba. Now, them get front row. Our VIP today, at some point, if you drop good message, if you drop a good listener, they will say, "Make the whole church point their hands and pray for their oppressor." And everybody will say, "Father, Lord Jesus, we pray for this leader to succeed." What it
Chairman, Chairman Maye, a politician should come to church and hear the message and go back to work on Monday to start making little changes as it depends on him. Because sometimes you as a politician leading a position, all the changes do not depend on you, but the one that depends on you, at least you try and start making some changes. After you go, do your part. So if you go to church, that message will trigger you. Make a note to. They will build schools. They'll build schools in their local government area. All these senators, the building for their schools is not even up to the budget for their own children's school, secondary school.
No, you are wishing. See, make I tell you something. The reason why I don't really trust and don't believe all of them and their religious stuff is this, right? They say only in Nigeria, right? They will walk into a place. They will start a meeting with prayer. Father, Lord, come and join us tonight in this gathering. Everything we're going to deliberate on today. Father, Lord, come and make it this. Say amen. Say, Reverend, please pray for her. Reverend will open the meeting with opening prayer, calling Jesus, quoting Bibles, doing all of that. Then after that, they will lie to themselves for like hours. When they are done, they will say, Alaji, and your closing prayer. That one will now say, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah. That's the situation that you found in the boardroom of Nigerian politicians. So if anybody tells you to go and pray for politician, I don't want to say that person is trying, is your enemy, but I'm going to say he's one of those people you should be careful of, just for your own sake.
No.
Baba, let me take one more.
Pray for them to challenge them.
Yeah.
It's a challenge we need to challenge them. You know what? We don't want this arrangement anymore. It's not working. May we, based on the arrangement, the formation, Baba, know the work because we are not a monolith. We can carry the same black skin, but we are not a monolith. The same thing this man said, Awolowo, in his book. He said the white man disregarded our languages as if, it's nothing. Because these are languages are the things that differentiate us. They're the things that says you are different, I'm different. You can't just lump us together because you want to keep on
acknowledging them.
We don't. We don't. Baba, see, I believe that veil will be removed, though. And one of the things that will remove that veil is poverty. When things really, really go south, when things really go pear-shaped, poverty would start removing the veil. Say, Baba, they cash out on top of our head.
So far, so good, Baba. So far, so good. Poverty in Nigeria has been discovering just talent of how people can escape poverty. Some people will be saying, no, say they're going to become musician. The poverty has inspired them to, instead of them to be a little bit more aware, to challenge the system that pushed them that much. They just discovered their talent. See, then they would now sing about how poverty helped them to come out of poverty. So the situation now is that we hope that one day it will beat us to the point that our subconscious and consciousness about politics and the consequences of it, right, will become something that we will have to fight out. No be so.
What you get to,
long time.
If a Nigerian actor, Yoruba actor, on your show was saying that trash, how can you because you benefit?
Now you see I'm trash. You see that way you just talk. Now don't go
Baba, because you benefited from on a normal, they weaponize it, reach all these politicians, they will look to help people that can blow their whistle. They will look to help celebrities. They will look to help them so they can blow their whistle. So they can use them. It's intentional. It's a strategy. People that are going through challenges that are celebrities, let's just use them. Let us sponsor them. Let's sponsor their films. Let's build them out. Let's give them this. But you will not provide nationwide health care
for general
inclusive care
for the general good. That's not their point. That's
you won't. So they will. So it's tokenism, Baba. Now tokenism.
Yeah, tokenism.
It's exactly. Tokens. They will share tokens. They will share tokens. Okay, that actor, that musician, ballet, work ballet, woman of play. So we are living in a tokenistic society. They share tokens. Tokens now is like Baba Tonye. It's a shame that they shortchanging. They took his gold and gave him
Manda.
Something like worth less than sand. Sand is everywhere. Sand.
Let me take one more so that we can call it a night. You have been on the phone for nearly 15 minutes.
Baba, God bless you.
You too,
Baba,
it's good to hear from you.
You be boss.
You have a good
take care. Bye.
Nice one, sir.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
That's Adiola calling in there from Adubobi. Now, I was going to take one more, but it seems that my time is really, really up. Okay. What I'm going to do is that if you are just joining us, just rewind this, watch the broadcast from 2 minutes to 1 hour 40 minutes. That's the place where I've presented the first part of this broadcast. And then you can listen to the other contributors as well, which is the second part of the conversation, okay? It's interesting, and we hope, or let me say, should I say I hope? I have done my bit tonight to educate you about your choices, because your choices are not just yours anymore. When you make them, the consequences of them, in fact, spread outside the borders of Nigeria. That is why those of us who believe that the continued existence of Nigeria under this arrangement is tantamount to our own, our own existence, so to say, is tantamount to the safety of every indigenous people in Nigeria. And for the sake of power, it doesn't seem that Tinubu is going to be bothered. And since it's not bothered, it's never bothered. It's the same guy who will ask you, where are the cows? It's the same guy who will ask you that, what were the children doing at the Lekki toll gate before they got slaughtered by the people called by Tinubu himself after shutting down the CCTV and the lights at the toll gates. So it is all about power. Now I don't know what it is for you. One Nigeria that you are fighting for, I hope you know. This one Nigeria under this arrangement that you want to revalidate, I hope you understand it better. Even if you didn't understand that Boko Haram and the whole abracadabra they put together in 2015, you're about to witness another one that should be a red flag for many, many of you. But it's your choice. Make calm and be ready to live with the consequences. As they say, as long as you can live with the consequences of your actions, right? Don't blame anyone else for it. Then we can all come back later to see and talk to those who survived. And then possibly save ourselves too. Thank you so much for your time. And if you have been with me for all this while, like the broadcast, share it if you haven't. You can still subscribe onto Maiyegun's Diary Politico if you haven't. And if you have done all of that and still,
have nothing else to do. You are pretty much thank you. I'll say thank you very much for joining me tonight. I will see you some other night. And that's other night. Can be any other night. Good night.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bíjó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń gbà rìbá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lé ibo níṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́. Ó ti jọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o. Ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.